Instead of resisting any emotion, the best way to dispel it is to enter it fully, embrace it, and see through your resistance. Deepak Chopra. Grand Rising. To my first time viewers, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my return viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your support. 2,600 years ago, the Buddha taught that life will inevitably have some degree of sorrow, pain, and difficulty. It's nothing personal. We aren't being punished, nor are we failing at life. This is simply how it goes in this incarnation. Yet somehow we continue to believe that difficult emotions are not supposed to be here. We have, as author Ezra Beda calls it, an entitlement that life ought to feel good all the time. All too often, meditation practice becomes hijacked by this entitlement. Rather than learning to relate in an open and honest way to what's arising in the moment, pleasant or not, we instead use it as just another mode of escape, meditating in order to bypass the painful parts of ourselves. When our difficult emotions are not included in our practice, we are missing out on the deep and profound transformation meditation can offer. Mainly, a new way to hold our pain, which essentially allows it to become fertilizer to wholesome qualities of mind, such as wisdom, ease, and compassion. Now, some of you have asked me, how do I come across the titles or the topics for each meditation that I do? Those of you that has been with me for a while, and when I say for a while, I'm saying at least 2.5 years, you know that a lot of the meditations that I present to you are topics, are themes that I need. There is a friend of mine, every morning she texts me and she would start off by asking me, how are you doing? And this was wow, when she started dwindling with her participation in my meditations. And I will always say this in hopes that it will encourage her to be more frequent with these live meditations. I would tell her, come check out my video, come check out my meditation today. You will know how I'm feeling. Um, I don't do that anymore because I realize meditation is not for everyone. I'm not for everyone. um, I say that though, because 50%, maybe a little less, of the meditations I present to you are topics that I need. Then there's sometimes I will go through the daily word. I haven't done the daily word in a moment, but sometimes I get my inspiration from the daily word. Other times I may get inspiration, for lack of better words, from what's currently happening in our world. So based on um the climate, global climate, the community climate, I may pick a meditation that I think may be appropriate during what's going on during that time. And then there are moments where some of you may refer or may request a meditation topic. I have one friend. I love her. I love her. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna spit out her name. Hopefully, I won't embarrass her. But my sister from another mother, Kioka, gives me topics periodically. A lot of the full moon meditations are inspired or motivated because she requested it. Some of the chakra meditations I do because she suggested. So your suggestions also inspire topics. And I say that because I want to encourage you to give me suggestions. And this is our platform. This is our platform. I want you to feel more like this is your meditation family. So I encourage your feedback and suggestions. Today's meditation is inspired by one of you, and I'm not going to mention their name, but you requested. You didn't give me a topic, but based on our conversation that we recently had, this meditation was inspired by you. So thank you. Speaking of this meditation, this particular three-part meditation is a wonderful way to begin to transform the difficult emotions we come across in our lives. It begins by acknowledging the felt sense of the emotion and introduces a new way of relating to it. This first step teaches us how to open fully to the sensations of the difficult feeling. We let go of the storyline and experience the actual underlying bodily sensations as they arise. Basically, we are training our nervous system to learn to stay and relax when things are unpleasant rather than tense up and immediately try to run away. This also sparks a curiosity and the courageous willingness to be right there in the middle of the fire, so to speak, strengthening trust in our lives, in ourselves, and showing up that our hearts and minds are spacious enough to hold the 10,000 joys and sorrows life will inevitably bestow on us. The next step acknowledges and bows to our suffering with this difficult emotion. We are acknowledging the fact that this particular way of feeling causes us a tremendous amount of pain, confusion, and or difficulty. It's an honest reflection on the struggle you experience when you feel this emotion. Step one teaches us to respect the feeling itself, while step two teaches us to respect how difficult and messy that feeling is in our lives. The final step is the most radical and transformational. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our suffering. Whatever we are feeling right now, there are probably hundreds, if not thousands of people feeling exactly the same way. This last step helps us shift from I am suffering to the simple fact that there is suffering. To practice this step, we send out a wish or a prayer of loving kindness to all people feeling the same way we are. This allows us to use our suffering as a way to cultivate compassion and gives it meaning. With practice, we become willing to experience this suffering fully in order to help others be free from that same feeling. And we can learn how to be with it. We will be able to be with others who feel the same way, ultimately bringing healing and ease to those who are suffering just like us. As we learn to find peace and freedom among our suffering, we can eventually help others to do the same. With continued practice of this three-part meditation, you realize the way out of suffering is going right through it. As the Thai forest meditation master Ajahn Chah once said, where we experience suffering, we can also find freedom from suffering. May you all be free from your suffering. Before we start today's practice, if you haven't done so already, please comment, like, and share. If you are not a subscriber, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long. It will greatly help with the algorithms. Thank you. So let's begin. To begin, find a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your knees or simply rest them on your lap. Sit up tall. Close your eyes. Before we start this method for difficult emotions, First, let us arrive fully to this moment. Allow yourself to drop into the embodied experience of this very moment. Feel yourself sitting in the position you're in. Feel yourself breathing in and out. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice the current state of your mind. For now, just let everything be as it is. Become like a mirror, allowing your awareness to give a clear reflection of your body and your life exactly the way they are. Now take 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and exhaling slowly out the mouth as if we were blowing out on a straw. Breathing in deep into the belly, then exhaling out slowly. Do 2 more breaths like this at your own pace. Allow your breathing to settle back into a natural rhythm, breathing in and out of the nose. Now let's begin the meditation for this difficult emotion you are feeling. Part 1 begins by bringing one hand to the center of your chest. Choose one hand and place it right in the middle of your sternum. Feel the warmth of your hand. And allow your heart center to soften. For now, simply allow the emotion to be there. Come into the felt sense of it. Where does it live in your body? What does it actually feel like? As you begin to become aware of the sensations of this emotion, see if you can relax your body around it. What happens to the feeling when you give up resisting it, when you fully allow it to be there? See if you can soften the breathing while you experience it. Although the emotion may be in contraction, the rest of your body doesn't have to be. For the second part of this meditation, silently tell yourself how difficult it is to feel this emotion. Let this be an honest reflection on how much this particular emotion causes suffering in your life. Don't add any judgments. We aren't saying, I hate this stupid emotion, but rather we are simply being honest. You might say something like, when this emotion arises, it is very difficult for me. Once you repeat your honest reflection, try holding yourself and your emotion with spacious, loving awareness. Notice what it feels like to hold your pain with care rather than resist or struggle with it. From here, we move into part three, cultivating compassion. As you sit here with this difficult feeling, remind yourself that you are not alone. There are hundreds, if not thousands of people right now in this very moment feeling exactly as you are. Allow yourself to shift from I am suffering to there is suffering. This difficult feeling is part of being human, and you are not alone. Let your heart open and send out a wish of loving kindness and compassion. May all beings, including myself, be free from this difficult emotion. May we find peace and joy in our hearts and minds. May we learn to let go. Feel free to send out any wish you want. Make it your own. Send out what you think will nourish you right now in this moment. Now bring your hand back down to your lap and take one deep breath in through the nose and slowly out the mouth. Gently begin to move your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your body side to side. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. Namaste. If you liked today's meditation and haven't done so, click the like button. We will reconnect tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another guided meditation. At this time, I'd like to give a shout out to those of you that are on here live with me. First in line on YouTube, I see Miss Pamela, as she says, Rich Rising to my coach and fellow participants. Oh, I appreciate that. Rich Grand Rising to you, Miss Pamela. She continues on. It's Three Camels Day, y'all. As I release my negative emotions, I invite positive emotion to dwell within. I hope you realize, not just to you, Miss Pamela, I'm not picking on you, but this particular practice, the focus is not trying to replace any difficult, and we're not even calling them negative. Because when we really get into the truth of the matter, every emotion we feel is valid. Every emotion we feel, we need to feel. It's an indicator of what we are going through. It's an indicator of what's going on in our minds, in our emotions, and in our life. So this particular practice, we're facing the difficult, the challenging, whatever emotion you want to call it, that you're going through, we're facing it head forward. Realizing it's okay to be going through this emotion right now. Most importantly, you're not going through it alone. Is that clear? It's okay. We don't have to deny the feeling, the emotion. We don't have to run from it. All righty. Thank you for that, Miss Pamela. She continues on with hashtag global, hashtag universal, hashtag all included. I like that last hashtag. And thank you for the global hashtag. May all those, wherever they may reside on this planet, may they realize it's okay to go through what you're going through right now. You're not alone. Hundreds, thousands of people are going through that same emotion right now as you are. Yes. May each person throughout this globe find peace. May each person within this globe find the courage to take that emotion head on. Thank you for the hashtags. I have M0012 in the house, and she says, Grand Rising Meditation Fam with the lotus flower and the sun. Grand Rising to you, M0012. I Miss Pat, thank you for the heart emojis, the smiley faces, and the flowers. I Miss Pat in here. She says, Grand Rising, everyone. Happy hump day with three camels. She continues on, reminding us to click the like button right now. Click the like button right now. She continues on, reminding us the importance to comment, to share, to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. How you knew I was going to sing? Thank you for that. Miss Pat continues on. Peace and blessings, and I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. We love you too, Miss Pat. Thank you. Thank you for sharing and your feedback. Miss Pamela, thank you, Coach. You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for your presence. Thank you for your participation. And that goes to those of you who are watching this pre-recorded video. Thank you. Miss Pat with #global. Thank you. Thank you for the global hashtags. Miss Pat is also on IG. Thank you. I'm glad I have at least one person every morning that holds consciousness on Instagram. And thank you, Miss Pat. As Miss Pat says, Grand Rising, everyone. Hump Day. Thanks for that singing. You're welcome. And thank you for your comments that encourage and inspires and motivates me to sing. All right. In this state of great gratitude, thank you for joining me for today's practice. I love you and I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. Mwah.